Welcome to Learn Lightship, a series to help you build amazing AR experiences using Niantic with Unity. There's not been great news about Unity this week as they changed their pricing plan. Most developers are unhappy about this. This is the pricing plan and changes that will go into effect next year. You can read through them. The link you'll find in the description. Just like most developers, I'm not a fan of the changes that Unity made this week, but you know what I'm a huge fan of? Lightship. Last time I helped you get set up with ARDK 3.0, we looked at occlusion and we did some AR dancers. If you didn't go through that video, definitely check out this one to make sure you get set up in the right way with ARDK 3.0 beta. Today we're going to explore semantic segmentation. So let's learn together and let's get Niantic. This is the objectives for today. Here we are at lightship.dev and we want to learn what is semantic segmentation. So we're going to mouse over learn and we're going to click on beginner's atlas. Here we can go ahead and click on glossary, and these are some of the terms that we need to know. Semantic segmentation shows up under contextual awareness, so we need to know what that is first, and that's the ability to generate contextual data from the user's current surroundings. Niantic gives you the ability to actually detect what's in front of you on your phone. Here is specifically semantic segmentation. Easily and automatically classify objects such as ground or sky from the user's camera data. Let's dive deeper on ARDK 3.0 here. So we can go to features and select semantics, and here this gives you more information about it. Semantic segmentation is a process of assigning class labels to specific regions to an image. The richer understanding of the environment enables a variety of creative AR features. For example, an AR pet can identify ground to run along, AR planets could fly in the sky, the real world ground could turn into AR lava, and more. And that's what we're going to explore today. Below you can see here are the channels that are currently supported: sky, ground, natural ground, artificial ground, water, person, building, foliage, and grass. On the right side you can read through those notes. For example, person includes body parts, hair, clothes worn, or artificial ground is roads, sidewalks, tracks. So these are the things that Niantic is automatically giving you, and it will detect it for you. It's an amazing thing. Down here, you can also see here is some more experimental semantic channels like flowers, tree trunks, pets, sand, TV, dirt, vehicles, food, loungeable, and snow. And the test we're going to do later on, you're going to see some of these actually show up. And lastly, at the bottom, you can kind of see how it works, and that's what we're going to build out today. One more place I want to show you. Let's go back to lightship.dev, mouse over learn, and click on documentation. I want to check out Beta 2.5 documentation. I'm going to go to user manual, contextual awareness, semantic segmentation. And you can see here is some more information for you for the current release. It does provide you with some more information that you can read through. So what really is semantic segmentation? Really, it's AI. AI automatically detecting the sky and the grass. And now what can you do with that? If you can detect different things in the world, if you could detect all of these different things, what could you create? What amazing experiences can you create? And that's what's going to be a creativity project a little later after we go through the code. So let's start. So Unity opens up and we can see we're on our scene from last week. We want to make a new scene. I'm just going to right click in scenes, select create and scene. And we're going to do it how to semantics. And over here on the left side, I'm going to click on how to's. And what we want to do is query semantics to find objects in the real world. So here we are, how to query semantics to find real world objects. You can see you need to make sure that you've already installed ARDK 3.0. We've already done that. Create a new scene. We just did that here. I'm going to double click on it. That way we can open it. We also need to delete the main camera and get just our basic setup. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to XR. And I'm going to add in my AR session. I'm going to right click, go to XR. I'm going to add in my origin. That gets rid of these steps. So the next steps, we're gonna go through this part. Here I need to make a empty object. I'm gonna call it Semantics Manager. And it wants me to make a script. So I want to stay organized. I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it scripts. And inside of that folder, I'm going to make a C# script. And I'm going to call it Semantics Manager. We're going to do all our coding inside of there. And for this Semantics Manager, you knew I need to add in component. I'm going to do AR Semantic Segmentation Manager. There we go. And I also want to drag that script as well to my Semantics Manager. So it's going to have the one provided from Niantic and the one that we've created. Before we open up the script, we're also going to need to add text, because the first thing we're going to do is see if we can detect text. If the text that we have on the screen will detect what the semantic is. So I'm just going to here, I can right click, or I can come to the plus and go to UI, and I'm going to do Text Mesh Pro. If this pops open, make sure you click on Import TMP Essentials. And normally I go ahead and just import the extras and examples as well. So now we have this text, and I'm just going to rename it to make it make sense. Semantics. And we need to organize that. Right now, let's change our free aspect ratio. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to change it to iPhone 12 Pro Max Portrait. I can zoom out so it looks like this. Let's actually put a panel at the bottom and then put this as a child. So let's right click. I'm going to do UI. I'm going to add in a panel. I'm going to press T, or you can select this icon here. I'm going to drag it all the way down, maybe to about there. And I'm going to drag this mounting, this little arrows to match that. Then let's put text inside of our panel, so it's a child, and here we're going to hold Option and select this to fill the entire space. Now let's fill out our text. So with the text selected, I'm going to auto size it. I'm going to make this max number something like 200. See over here the changes that are happening, and let's center it. Let's make it bold. Let's also drop this down and give it a drop shadow. So that will show us what the semantics are. And for right now, I'll just put a question mark in there. So when it first starts up, it'll be a question mark. All right, we have our text set up here. Now we can actually open up our code, double click on Semantic Manager. So once our code editor opens up, we need to add in our text. Scroll down, you can see we're going to add in this stuff. And all we're going to do is right up here, I'm going to type public TMP underscore text. And you can see I get an error. It's because I need to import Text Mesh Pro. If you simply do Option and Enter, do that, and you can see it added in using TM Pro or Text Mesh Pro inside of there. That works. So also let's come down here and just look at this script. Pause the video and type out this code. Don't copy it, type the code out. Pause the video. And that's all we need to do. So we can actually build this, connect these two pieces, and then this will work. So let's save this file. Now back over here, if we click on our Semantics Manager, you can see we need to link in our text. I'm going to drag in from our canvas this and drop it on there. My Semantic Manager, I'm going to drop this in there. And now this is ready to go. Let's actually connect our phone and build it. And what will happen is whatever the center point is, it will detect it and update this text here. So I'm going to file save the project, go to my build settings. I'm going to add the open scene, which is how to semantics. I'm going to build that. This is the build from last week. So let's organize that. Last week that was ARDK setup. Make that folder, and actually let's right click on that, show in folder, and I'm going to select all this build from last week and put it in there. Now I'm going to make a new folder, and this is semantics. So I'll close that, and inside of here is where I will build this project. You can see it built, I'll drop down my semantics folder. I will double click on this Xcode project. The Xcode project opens up. You can see my phone is also connected. I'm simply going to press play. You can see it built and now it is installing to my phone. So here on my phone, as I'm pointing at the monitor, you can see it shows TV experimental. And you can see when I pointed at the picture, it says person. And let's see if we pointed at some other stuff. I'm going to disconnect my phone. And you can see ground is showing up on my phone. Loungeable. All right, so you can see that was pretty simple to set up. It is detecting and it updates that text there. On the left side, you can see we can also highlight the semantics class we found. We can use the get channel texture and place it on a raw image. So inside of our canvas, we're definitely going to need to add a raw image. So I'm going to right click, go to UI, raw image. And for this raw image, let's make it 600 height. And I'm going to click on this, hold option, and let's do all the way across the bottom. Let's select this guy. And then what I will do is select W or my move tool here, drag this up a little bit here. This is going to show the actual semantics that it's detecting. And I want to make sure that this scales correctly. So I'm going to bring that to the top and bring this to the bottom. So this is going to be our raw image that will show the semantics that it is detecting. All right. In the code, you can kind of see we need to update the code. Pause the video and type out this code. Now you can see here, this is an error in the code. It doesn't actually create that material. That's why we're getting this here, but we can simply do option enter and generate variable material. And we can just do up there. So it makes that material for us. There we go. With this, we are now done, and go ahead and test this out and see if our image will show up. We come back to Unity, click on our semantics manager. We need to connect this raw image here. So all we're going to do is drag this and connect it. And let's save our scene, save our project, and now let's build. So I'm going to build this again, choose replace. Once it builds, we're going to rerun it on our thing and see what we have. You can see it rebuilt. We're going to go ahead and double click it to open it. Here's that file. We're going to go ahead and press play. You can see it built. You can see it's now running on my phone. You see that says TV experimental and the image is updating. I point it here. It looks weird. You can't really, if I put my hand over it, you can kind of see my hand. It's not rotated in the correct direction. So we're going to fix that in a little bit. So see, we finished all that, and this is the next section, correctly aligning the image to the screen. You saw when I put my hand on the left side, it showed up on the right side. So we got to create a shader, create a material, and then it will show up correctly. So let's create our shader, and over here, let's stay organized. So I'm going to make a folder, and I'll call it shaders. And I'm going to right click, create. I'm going to make a shader. I'm going to make it an unlit shader. And we are calling this semantic shader. I'm going to double click and open up that file. Now, here on the page, we're going to select everything and copy this. So I'm copying from properties, the inside of this, and over here, I'm going to just go all the way down, delete that, and then paste this in. And we will save this shader. The next thing you can see is we need to update the code. To use this shader, we need to have a public material that has that shader on it. So let's actually let's update the code, and then we'll add in the materials and link it up. So back over here, so inside of our update, we're no longer doing this. I'm just going to comment that out. I'm also going to comment out number 1. Now we're actually doing number 3, use shader, with raw images. So now that we commented that out, we have to do this part, which is this part. So pause the video and type this in. Again, type it in, do not copy and paste. You should have typed that in. And if you notice, this looks very similar to up here, but just to get you practice, we're kind of separating the sections. So with this done, we can go ahead and save this. We need to go back into Unity and create a material, add our shader to that material, and then add it to our image. So inside of the materials folder, I'm going to make a material called Semantic Material, Semantics Mat, and I'm going to click here on shader, click on unlit, and I'm going to select the semantic shader that we created previously. Now over here, my raw image, I want to give it has no material. I want to give it this material. And lastly, click on my semantics manager. I need to connect the things. I need the camera manager. I need the material. It's this material right there. And the camera manager is going to be under XR origin camera. Drag your main camera and connect that. With that, now we are done. And this image should now be rotated correctly and it will be detecting the semantics that are on the screen. So let's go ahead and save this and let's build it. Go ahead and open up our project and run it again. You can see it built and it's running on my phone. So here, can't really see because it's white, but like, look at that. That's saying ground. So we probably want to update the picture. So like now you can see it's saying person and it's finding the people in the back and it's finding my hand as well. And this is, you can see the experimental feature. So the white part we will fix. It is detecting the people there and you can see the semantics. All right, so we definitely want to update that color. So, and you can see that here, update your material to be a color like blue with an alpha of like half. So we can just select like whatever blue we want. And the alpha, we can do like down here-ish. You can leave it higher if you want. And last part is to update the script to detect touch. So let's go back to our code. Again, for practice, I'm going to select all that, hide it, and here, the fourth, use user touch to detect semantics at that point, touch point. So here, don't really like how this code looks. So I will help you with this part to get set up and then I'll leave you to do some coding on your own. All right, so under this part, I do want to do if we're in the Unity editor. And what am I going to do here? I'm going to say if the input dot hit mouse down and 0, then inside of here, I'm going to say var position is equal to input dot mouse position. And I want to make a method that's going to handle positions, because what if it's not the Unity editor? So we're going to call the method we will make handle user touch, and it's going to have a position touched, and we will pass in that position. Right now it doesn't currently have anything. That's fine. I'm going to do my hashtag and end my if statement. So down here, it's going to return, because if it's a Unity editor, I don't need to do anything down here. Down here, let's process if on the phone. So what I'm going to say is if input dot touches dot length is greater than 0, what do I want to do? I'm going to do very similar. Var position is equal to input dot touches. I'm going to get the first one, which is 0, dot position, and I'm also going to call handle user touched with my position. So what I want to do is very simple, make a method to handle those two things. It's called the try principle. Do not repeat yourself. When you see code the same, you want to create a method. So we're going to do void handle user touch. And that's going to be a vector2, and it's going to be position touched. You can see those two things, errors go away. And now inside of here, what are we going to do? We are going to do this code here. So pause the video and type in that code right here. And with that, we are done. Here is my code. Let's actually test it on the device. So let's go ahead and press save. Come back over here. You can see we changed this to blue. So this should look a lot better when we're testing it. We're going to save our scene and our project, and let's go to build. We will rebuild it. We'll open it again and run it on our phone. You can see it's built and running on my phone. Now with it running on my phone, you have to tap, and you can see there is the segmentation, and the raw image is really, really good. I tap here. What if I tap my hand? So if I tap my hand over here, you can see my hand, the detail of it. So now we're finished. It's time for your creativity project. Now you should understand semantic segmentation. And now I want you to think of ideas of what you could use to create this. Again, you can detect these things: sky, ground, natural ground, artificial ground, water, person, building, foliage, grass, and even these. Flowers, trees, pets. These are experimental, but they are currently working. Dirt, vehicle, food, lounge. So pause the video, think about what app you could make that could detect these things and do something with it in AR. And in the comments below, go ahead and add in what do you think is a great app that could use these type of things. For those that want me to teach you how to build those comments below, put, hey Jamie, could you show me how to build this out? And maybe in the future, I'll build that out for you. So go ahead and pause the video, take 5 minutes, think about an augmented reality experience, game or app, and how it could use semantic segmentation in that app. Great, you came up with your own creative idea to use semantic segmentation. I came up with the Enchanted world. So let's check out my demo.
To solve this riddle and the magic behold, identify the elements, both young and old. I saw above, endless and blue, where birds and clouds dance in the view. Above all else, I reach up high, in the vast expanse of the endless sky. Listen close to the clue I share. Find it now in your world out there. Clever you are, yes, truly, indeed. The magic within now you have freed. Explore your finding is what you should do. Interact now with them, caring so true.
A realm of wonder, a breathtaking sight. From sunrise to stars that gleam so bright. Treasure your sky, both every day and ever night.
Are you ready for your next clue? Here it is, just for you. Beneath your feet, I'm where you stand, the foundation, the earth, the home of the land. From mountains tall to the depths so deep, I'm the ground beneath where secrets keep. You found the key, keep exploring and you will see. Explore your finding is what you should do. Interact now with them, caring so true.
A steadfast foundation, pure and right. With every step, our world takes flight. Appreciate the earth in darkness and light.
Are you ready for your next clue? Here it is, just for you. Amidst the woods where trees do sway, in the heart of nature where whispers play, my leaves rustle and my branches twirl. In the realm of green, I'm the enchanted world. Clever you are, yes, truly, indeed. The magic within now you have freed. Explore your finding is what you should do. Interact now with them, caring so true.
Nature's heartbeat, a wondrous sight, in leaves that rustle and whisper so slight. Find harmony with trees in each day and each night.
Are you ready for your next clue? Here it is, just for you. In cities grand where stories are built, with walls and doors and windows, I'm the quilt. From ancient halls to towers high, I'm where humanity's dreams reach the sky. The magic within now you have freed. Explore your finding is what you should do. Interact now with them, caring so true.
Ancient stories, a beacon of might. Inside buildings inspire ideas out of sight. Celebrate knowledge all days and all nights.
In this tale of magic, I'm the key, the liquid whisperer, as you can see. So explore the realm and seek your clue. The world's reflection I will reveal unto you. Well done, my friend. You found the key. Keep exploring, and you will see. Explore your finding is what you should do. Interact now with them, caring so true.
A source of life, a brilliant light. From rivers to oceans, shining so bright. Cherish the water today and tonight.
And finally, in this tale's embrace, the last of me, with a human face, the guardian, the traveller, the one who will know. In the story's heart, I'm the one who will show. Listen close to the clue I share. Find it now in your world out there.
The guardian's role, a guiding light, with human faces, strong and bright. Appreciate all people everywhere, in day and night.
In your world of magic, secrets unfurled. Tell me, dear traveller, what's the enchanted world?
AR is going to change the world. Everyone can learn, so let's create a diverse group of immersioneers. Learn more about Vision OS or Lightship by subscribing, liking, and sharing today.